Okay, so we're back at Bake With Me from Mi&Stu, gluten-free foods in Montreal. And today we're gonna make oatmeal raisin cookies, which are one of my favorites because you got the crunchy, you got the chewy, oh, a little salty, sweet, favorite cookies, so delicious. Super easy because we sell Mi&Stu oatmeal cookie mix, which will give you everything that you need in the bag except for 3 things. One will be the eggs, you'll have to add 2 eggs. One will be the margarine and or shortening and or butter. And the raisins, because you might want to make them with chocolate chips, you might want to make them with raisins. And typically you'll have on hand either raisins or chocolate chips in your house. But you know what? If you see this video and you think we should be adding the raisins or the chocolate chips, just drop us a line on our YouTube channel and we can always send an extra bag of one or the other for you. Or if you want to order, you can send us a note or call us or whatever. You can find us everywhere on Facebook, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, on YouTube, at miandstu.com. We're easy to find. So here we go. We're gonna start with, as always, our eggs first into the bowl. Just gonna get going, really. Cookies are really always very easy to make. After our eggs, we're gonna put our 2 different sugars, my fat, which today is actually a shortening. I'm trying something, just with a vegetarian shortening that I'm gonna make my cookies with today. Here we go. Just gonna smush this all together with a nice smushy smush, which you can actually do without a mixer if you want. You can do this by hand. I'm gonna use the mixer. I'm not lazy. I'm just tired. I'm not tired. I'm lazy. I'm not sure which one I am. Just gonna get it all down the sides of the bowl. It's really, really an easy recipe. And we're gonna add in the flour. Oh, actually, and a teaspoon of vanilla. You will need vanilla in your house. I don't think that this is gonna come in the package because it's probably gonna make a mess. So I'm just gonna get that in there. Okay, this is all the flour that it takes, and in here there's flour and baking soda, baking powder, a little bit of salt and some cinnamon, and then the bulk of it is the oats. These are certified gluten-free oats because everything that we sell is gluten-free and checked and double-checked and triple-checked before it comes into our facility. And before we sell it to people who may have an allergy to gluten, they may be celiac, they have an autoimmune disorder, and we would never want to make anybody sick. We actually run a pretty tight ship over there at Mi&Stu in terms of the ingredients that we choose. We always go for very high quality, and everything has to go through our quality control department, and we can buy it. Otherwise, it's no go, Joe. No go, Joe, no. And here we go. All right, we're all done. Now we're just gonna make our little cookie balls, put them on our cookie sheets, and throw them in the oven. Now I tend to use that, I tend to say throw it in the oven. You know, I don't actually throw things into the oven, right? Like I place them lovingly and with thought. But I do say throw them into, I hear myself saying it and I think, really? You don't really throw things into the oven. You put them in the oven, you place them in the oven. I'm gonna use my tried and true little cookie scooper thing because it's a good size and I like it. And it makes it go a little bit quicker too. I've always found that oatmeal cookies tend to really spread if you make them with margarine, which is why I'm trying them today with the shortening, because although I do enjoy when they spread, sometimes they're out of control. And they don't give enough of a bite when you bite into it because they're super, super thin. So we're gonna give it a shot today, and it could be that it's gonna be a great success, and it might be that it's gonna be a horrible fail. But when you're baking, horrible fails tend to be more about the visual, I find, than the flavor. So I'm okay with eating ugly food, though I'd rather not, but I'll do it. Oh yeah, I'll eat it. I'll eat something ugly, I will. Like a funny looking bread, or sometimes when we bake bread at the bakery, when the seasons change, sometimes you have to adjust how much water you put into your bread because of the humidity, and it took us a little while to figure out that we were baking a specific kind of bread and just kept getting these huge tunnels in the middle of the bread. It was like we called it holy bread, like, oh, it's holy bread, like we pray with it, but that's not what we meant. What we meant was that it actually had holes in it. So we would bring home the holy bread and we would eat sandwiches that had like a hole in the middle. But it didn't matter because the bread was perfectly fine. It tasted good. It just had a hole all the way through it. We couldn't sell it. As long as it tastes good and the ingredients are delicious, it's going to be delicious. That's one tray, ready to go. I feel we're gonna have more than 24 cookies, which is possible. I'm just gonna dole all these out and then we'll see. Alrighty, I got more than 24 cookies. I need another tray. I knew this was gonna happen. And as usual, I got my parchment paper on my baking sheets because that's how I do it. I am not a huge lover of cleaning up, even though I do clean up when I have to, if I can minimize how much I can clean. I also reuse my parchment paper at home. We don't reuse the parchment paper at the bakery. At home, sometimes if I make cookies, I'll roll it up, my paper I mean, and I'll take it out next time I make the same kind of cookie, because there's nothing wrong with the paper. Also, like I said, you can get like one of those silicone pads that you can use. Those are good too. I don't know what it's like where you live, but it's gorgeous here today. All I know is that Lucy's lying right here with me on the floor, waiting for something to fall off the counter. So far she hasn't gotten that much. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put these in the oven, my 3 trays, and then I'm gonna continue making more cookies later because I've run out of trays, and that's life sometimes. So these cookies are gonna bake for 10, 11 minutes. I'm gonna rotate them at the 5-minute mark because I have 3 pans in there. I want everybody to get the same chance to bake. So just put them in. Set my timer.
Few inches later.
Okay, cookies are coming out of the oven now. I hope they look fabulous. Ooh, and fabulous they do look, which is great because there's nothing like a fabulous cookie to make your day. Look how pretty they are. Wow. Alrighty then. And so we go with another completed recipe on Bake With Me from Mi&Stu Foods. I hope you enjoyed it. Would love your feedback. As always, anything you want to tell me about, I want to hear. So you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and like us wherever you like to like us, and watch us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel, and check out our website at miandstu.com. Enjoy your cookies.